After nearly 5 years since the pilot made waves on YouTube, Hazbin Hotel is finally here, with Amazon Prime releasing not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 episodes to usher in the series. Half a season in 1 week. Nice. Gotta love how the binge-watching format dictates all of television now. I'm determined to cover every episode of the series in some way, shape, or form, whether that be a theory or an episode breakdown. For this episode, we'll be doing a little bit of both, as something occurred to me recently pertaining to this series premiere. When I first watched Overture, I thought it was overall enjoyable, but felt a little rough around the edges. And after this episode, alongside Radio Killed the Video Star, started to circulate around the internet thanks to good old early access, I noticed I wasn't alone with 2 gripes in particular. The episode opening up with a massive lore dump around Lucifer, Adam, Lilith, and the creation of hell, which to me just created some small pacing issues. Alongside, well, Adam in general, he's our first look at an angel in this particular story, but he doesn't seem to behave all that different from a demon. He's foul-mouthed, egotistical, selfish, and all around just not a nice dude. What's the point of separating angels from demons if they're all gonna act the same? Why have Adam shoot down Charlie's plans in the very first episode? How are we supposed to be invested in Charlie rehabilitating all of these demons if we know it's all for naught? But then it hit me. What if all of this isn't a writing flaw, but in fact questions we're supposed to be asking? Why would that be the case? Because this intro is lying to you. Plain and simple. And before you rush into the comments to spam copium, just let me cook. I really think I'm onto something, and it involves Charlie's parents. By the end of this video, not only will you have your eyes open to the dark truth of Lilith, Adam, and Lucifer in the Hazbin Hotel universe, but you'll even know how season 1 of this show will end, coming together in a way that brings this all full circle with its premise. Now, to be completely transparent, I did get screeners for the first 5 episodes last week. Thanks, Amazon! So by the time you're watching this video, I'm only 1 week ahead of y'all, and thus I have no idea if this theory will actually be confirmed or not. But with all that said, let's dive in. After you hit the like button and subscribe. So let me just rip the band-aid right off. Charlie is inadvertently an unreliable narrator, reciting a lie that was fed to her by her parents, Lucifer and Lilith. You know mommy and daddy issues are always the thing with the Helliverse. Don't look at the opening of Hazbin Hotel as a lore dump. Look at it as the story of how Charlie's parents met and how their love was unjustly punished by heaven. From start to finish, this retelling of events portrays Lucifer and Lilith as sympathetic figures with no flaws whatsoever. Lucifer was just a dreamer trying to make things better for all of creation, and the only reason heaven brought down the hammer was because of their stupid order. Okay, but what exactly did he do to lead them to that conclusion? It's almost as if Lucifer might have spared some details about the damage he caused in order to make himself look better in the eyes of his daughter. Conversely, there's Lilith, the first woman on Earth who was made to be with Adam, but he was a total jerk who wanted complete control of her. So she fled the Garden of Eden, encountering Lucifer and falling in love, sharing his vision for the world. Wanting to grant free will amongst humanity, Lucifer bestowed the fruit of knowledge upon Adam's new bride, Eve, an act that defied heaven's order and let sin into the world, creating hell in the process. Lucifer and Lilith were then banished to this new realm, where Lucifer fell into a depression, while Lilith rose up as the queen, empowering demonkind. But there's something missing here. According to the book of Genesis, after Eve and later Adam were tempted by the devil and the fruit, they were also banished from the garden. Something that's not mentioned in Charlie's story, probably because Lucifer and Lilith want to hide their involvement in said banishment. A key detail that's mentioned in this prologue is that heaven excluded Lucifer from the creation of Earth, and thus Adam and Lilith. They couldn't trust him. That rejection recontextualizes his motive for not only hanging around Lilith, but giving the apple to Eve. Think of it like this. Charlie is someone who's taking matters into her own hands to improve demonkind in spite of being shot down by those around her, right? Where do you think she got that from? Could that drive to realize her vision for a better world be something that runs in the family, perhaps? I think so. I believe a bitter Lucifer was initially plotting to corrupt Adam and Lilith through the fruit and let sin enter the earth, so that his angel peers will turn to him for help. Lucifer, everything went wrong with these humans and we don't know why. You were the only one not involved with creating them, so clearly you would have the solution and not, be prime suspect number one for what happened. Something else I find interesting is that Charlie only refers to the apple here as the fruit of knowledge, and not its full name, the fruit of knowledge of good and evil. To quote the most reliable source in the world, good old Wikipedia. In Jewish tradition, the tree of knowledge and the eating of its fruit represents the beginning of the mixture of good and evil together. Before that time, the two were separate and evil only had a nebulous existence in potential. While free choice did exist before eating the fruit, evil existed as an entity separate from the human psyche. And it was not in human nature to desire it. Eating and internalizing the forbidden fruit changed this, and thus was born the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination. I don't think Lucifer really cared about granting free will to humans. They already had it. He wanted them to consume the fruit so that their evil inclinations would be unleashed and thus defy their creators. So again, he could swoop in and fix them for easy redemption points. He created a problem under their noses so that he could look like the good guy for solving them. But something happened to Lucifer that he didn't account for. He fell in love with Lilith and thus wanted to spare her from the consequences of eating the fruit. So he set his sights on Eve instead. Or, alternatively, Lilith already aligned with Lucifer's point of view, and believing that Eve was in the same situation as her, not really wanting to submit to Adam's will, she convinced Lucifer to give Eve the fruit, in theory, setting her free from Adam. Although it was omitted from the prologue, I believe Adam and Eve did consume this fruit, corrupting the two, causing their worst traits to be amplified as they indulged in sin. Before Lucifer could take control of the situation, the kingdom already found out that Adam and Eve's corruption was his doing, which then led to his banishment. That's what led to his depression in the current day. He wasn't bummed that he couldn't see the good that came from humanity. He was bummed that his ideas were never taken into consideration. And now humanity is worse off because of him. Lucifer's selfish desires overwhelmed his good intentions and created his greatest adversary. And on that note, let's switch gears to Adam. As of right now in the story, Adam is just made out to be a salty ex who wants hell destroyed because it's ruled by his ex and the guy she left him for. And while I think that is pretty much true, I also think Lucifer is dodging accountability for how Adam ended up here. I mean, don't you think it's a little fishy that Lucifer bailed on his meeting with Adam and sent Charlie in his place instead? Why is he avoiding confrontation with Adam unless there's a level of guilt there that he's not ready to deal with? Again, I think Adam ate the apple and it essentially warped his soul, leading to the stinker we see before us in episode 1. He still defied God in the Hazbin Hotel universe, which is why he refers to himself as the original dick. And I mean, come on! You're telling me Eve possessing the fruit caused all of this bad shit to happen, but didn't affect her or Adam at all? Bullshit! Adam doesn't speak for all angels, nor is he the definitive representation of angels. Far from it, actually. In fact, Adam's behavior directly contradicts other angels that inhabit heaven, like the cherubs, who first appeared in Helluva. The cherubs were well-mannered individuals who kept their language at a soft PG. They were actively repulsed by M's knack for crude humor and chaotic antics. So it's clear that Adam's current state isn't a reflection of angel kind, but rather the symptom of another issue entirely. Just look at his design! They're clearly trying to convey something here. A lot of people assume Hazbin Hotel is a heaven bad, hell good story, but I don't think it is. I think it's a story about people who run away from their mistakes, and instead of confronting their own issues, they choose to double down on the toxic habits that brought them to this point in the first place. And I don't think Adam is a tragic character. I think heaven took pity on him for being manipulated into eating the fruit and allowed him to become an angel, giving him a chance to repent by leading the exorcist. I also wouldn't be surprised if he pitched such an idea because, yeah, he does want revenge on Lucifer and Lilith. He clearly wants to reduce hell to nothing. I don't doubt Adam had control issues which drove Lilith away. In fact, I believe his control issues are present within The Exorcist. When Vizzy-Pop was once asked why The Exorcist come across as robotic, she couldn't reveal much, but did confirm that The Exorcists wear LED masks.
I can't say much, but I will say that they're not exactly robots. They do have LED screens on their faces. They have LED screen masks, but they are not all robots. If there are any, there might be a robot.
So let's put 2 and 2 together. Adam is an established control freak, and his minions, who mercilessly kill demons without second thought every single year, wear mysterious LED masks. Yeah, these dudes are obviously being controlled by those masks. You ain't slick, Adam. So where do I think this is all going? Well, I believe we'll learn that Adam isn't being all that honest to his fellow angel comrades or higher-ups as the season progresses. He's making the state of hell seem way worse than it actually is to get the green light on moving up the next extermination, while downplaying his own cruel actions. Furthermore, he'll make an effort to misconstrue Charlie's intentions with the hotel, but she'll learn the truth about what really happened to Adam and how her parents lied to her. But Adam being caught red-handed won't mean hell is safe from extermination. If anything, it'll make things worse. I just think, like Lucifer, he'll be cast out of heaven and become a fallen angel. But where would Adam go once he's in hell? After all, he'd be surrounded by demons who despise him for trying to wipe them all off the map. The only place that would really be safe for him is, well, the Hazbin Hotel. That's right! By the end of Season 1, Adam will be checking into the hotel, beginning his true path to redemption as Charlie is committed to helping him become a better person. Maybe he'll even work through his baggage with Lucifer and Lilith, assuming Charlie doesn't hate their guts after the truth comes out. Knowing Charlie though, she'll want everyone to make amends and cooperate with each other so that they all have a fighting chance of saving their home. So there you have it, the truth about Hazbin Hotel's opening scene. Odds are there's still some pieces missing in this puzzle, like why Lilith was missing for 7 years, but overall, I'm confident I'm onto something. But as always, these are just my thoughts, and I'd love to hear yours. What do you think? Did Lucifer and Lilith's story about the creation of hell stretch the truth out a little bit? Or do you think everything is as cut and dry as they made it out to be? Let me know in the comments down below. And keep the conversation going over on Instagram and Twitter at AwestruckVox and at Roundtable Vids. Check out ToonDrip for some dope cartoon merch. And if you enjoyed this video, please throw it a like and subscribe to the Roundtable with notifications on for more Hazbin Hotel content. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. See ya!